This topic is called U.S. Customary Length Conversions involving dimensional analysis. They call it dimensional analysis because we just want to focus on the dimensions that are given to us. So in this case, we want to change feet to miles. So we just look at the dimensions. So just ignore the numbers for a minute. We have feet over one, and we actually want miles. We don't want feet anymore. So we need to put the dimension feet where we can cancel it. So in our next fraction, if we put feet in the denominator, it will cancel with the numerator, and we want miles. So we can use the unit multiplier, so the ratios they give us that has miles in the numerator and feet in the denominator. So we're going to use this one. And that's what we type in here. Now we can look at the number part so that we can go ahead and multiply or divide. So 1 mile, and that has 5,280 feet. And I like to say, how do we say it? 5 tomatoes, like 5 tomatoes. So it's like 5280. That's how many feet are in a mile. So now that we have that typed in, we got our dimensions to figure out, like if we're going to use our calculator, we multiply straight across. So in the numerator, we'll end up with 2,904. And in the denominator, we'll end up with 5,280. So we can divide those two numbers. 2,904 divided by 5 tomatoes, or 5,280, is 0.55. So 0.55 miles. P.S. Please subscribe to my channel and like any videos that are helpful to you. So one thing that I automatically did is I know that 5,280 feet is in 1 mile. Since we only have 2,904 feet, I know that we're going to have less than a mile. So because I got a decimal, I'm feeling really good about it, that's probably correct. So I kind of like to see, does it sound like we did it right? Like what we got, does it work? So we're changing feet to inches. So because we want to cancel the feet, we want to have feet in the denominator and inches in the numerator. That will help us pick which ratio to use. And it looks like this: 12 inches in 1 foot. So we'll put 12 inches, 1 foot. Notice that in the denominator, if we're just looking at the numbers, we have 1. So basically, all we have to do is multiply 72 by 12 to get 864. So in 72 feet, there's 864 inches, and that really does sound about right. Okay, we'll do one more just for kicks and giggles, and we'll try to do it without writing things down. So we want yards in the denominator. So the last one's the only one that has yards in the denominator, so that's the one we'll pick. And that's good because we'll end up with miles in the numerator. 1760 yards. And then we're going to divide. So because 1408 is in the numerator and 1760 is in the denominator, we just divide those two numbers, divided by 1760, and we get 0.8. And that's the end of the lesson.